TitleMatchNetwork.com.
House shows.
Oh, but back to Mick Foley. What a fantastic talent and a great family man who loves his wife and children dearly. And I love him to death, and I miss him a lot. We had so much fun. So much fun.
What are your thoughts on probably one of Taker's most infamous matches to this day? Everybody still talks about his feud with Mick Foley.
Well, first of all, Mick Foley and I have a history. He started in his early days. He started in Dallas in world class, and so we go back a long way. And Mick's Mick, Mick's Mick. He likes that shit. And I was there that night. The Hell in the Cell deal, and I was walking before the show, and early in the afternoon, we were walking around the ring, and he was telling Vince and Taker what he wanted to do. Vince says, "You want to what?" "I want Taker to throw me off the top of the cage, and I'm going to land on that table." "You want to what?" "Are you sure you want to do that?" "Yeah, I want. No, I don't think you should do it." Vince didn't want him to do it, but Mick being Mick's Mick, he wanted to do it.
Wow.
And needless to say, that's all history now.
I don't think that'll ever be topped.
But I think probably the most fun that I had during the Paul Bearer gimmick with the company there was when I was managing him when he was Cactus Jack. We had so much fun. Every match, every interview was just fun. It was fun. With Taker, nobody else could see it. I would try to do my best to make Undertaker laugh, and I would.
Right.
He'd come back with his bottom lip bleeding, me doing my shit, keep him laughing. But Mick Foley would mean he had the Cactus Jack mask on and stuff, the Mankind mask, that you couldn't see him smiling and shit. But we had so much fun. He's called me Uncle Paul. "Oh, Uncle Paul! Oh, yes!" And it was. And then we had Terry Gordy in there with us for a while as the executioner. And I remember one interview in particular. This probably won't mean nothing to anybody but me. But it was me and Mick Foley and Terry Gordy doing a promo. They got Mick Foley on one side, Gordy on the other side with his executioner hood on, with his axe and shit. If y'all remember the gimmick, they had him in there. And I'm doing the talking, and I'd say something, and Mick Foley would say something, and Terry would go, "Oh, hell." Just like the typical Freebird Terry Gordy. And when he would say, "Oh, hell," I'd go, "What did you say?" You just had to be there. But Mick's Mick, and I miss him a lot. We used to be in constant contact all the time. I haven't talked to him in a long time, and I really miss him. And maybe we'll hook up again pretty soon.
Were you a Taker? You're starting to book a new territory down in South. Do you feel that booking is pretty much a thankless job?
Oh, absolutely. It's so hard. Being a talent's so easy. Where you just show up and do your job and get your pay and go on to wherever you do. Promoting and booking, my God, it's a 24/7.
Yeah.
And I always knew that was the case because I ran shows back in the Dallas days and stuff. But after my spoil run with the WWF and just jumping into the independent scene feet first, like I have, the last year or so, it's hard. It really is.
Do you have any advice for young guys breaking into the business?
Just don't give up on your dream. Never, never, never let anybody talk you out of living your dream, because you never know if it's going to come true. Like with me, it's like riding that merry-go-round and grabbing that golden ring. If it's your dream, if your heart tells you that professional wrestling is for you, and not just being a wrestler, there's other things you can do. You can be a cameraman. I mean, you can be a manager. You can be a diva. There's so many other things to do within our industry besides wrestling. So if getting in the ring and wrestling doesn't work out for you, don't mean that you can't be in our business. Because you can. I'm proof of it. Jim Cornette's proof of it. Paul Heyman's proof of it. Bobby Heenan's proof of it. There's a lot of proof out there.
You've been paying me full-time 11 years.
He's about spoiled.
I only wrestled 2 matches.
He's about spoiled me and Undertaker, huh? But that's pretty much it's all about having dreams. And I speak to high school students every once in a while in assemblies, and I tell them, if you have a dream and your heart tells you that that's for you, Don't give up on your dream. Don't let somebody tell you, no, you'll never be able to wrestle. Look at Zach Gowen with his one leg. He wasn't a long run, but he got to do what he wanted to do.
Right.
And you don't let anybody tell you no. If you want to do it, reach for that damn star and grab a hold of it and hang on as tight as you can, because you never know what the future holds.
Do you think the business is going to boom again like it did years ago? It goes in cycles, obviously.
Yeah, I do. I think we're getting ready to see upswing now. I do. You're right about being the cycle. You have your Stone Colds and your Rocks and stuff, and then when they go away, you got to get your new stars. Now you get your Randy Ortons and you and you start coming up again. It's a circle, and it'll come back. I think it's getting hot right now again. Ratings are up. No matter what I think about what the production is on television, obviously somebody likes it because the ratings are up, and I think it'll come around again.
Why do you think the business went into a decline?
For the very reason I just said, people got tired of The Rock.
Right.
He's selling rock, Stone Cold, Stone Cold, we're watching a soap opera. And I've not been home a lot lately, and I sit with my wife and watch Days of Our Lives, Oh, we're seeing this stuff again. It's the same old thing over and over again. That's the reason. We're soap opera. We're sports entertainment. You got to be fresh. And it's going to be fun. There's always going to be wrestling. There's always been wrestling. There's always going to be wrestling in some form or another. I'm not worried at all about my sport dying. It's always going to be around.
Do you think that the business today places too much of an emphasis, I guess, on size and look rather than ability? Because you watch the TV now, everybody's from the same cookie cutter mold, and the only guy that looks a little bit different now is Harley's student and Harley's student Travis Murdoch. Trevor Murdoch. He's awesome.
I don't know, man. Things have changed so much, and you're right about the cookie cutter thing. And nothing against TNA at all, because, like I said earlier, I like what they're doing, and they're coming along. They're going to get bigger. They're getting a primetime spot there, and I got a lot of friends there. And you never know; you might see me there. That's not out of the question.
Can you use the Paul Bearer name?
No, Vince owns that. Lock, stock, and barrel.
Okay.
But as far as the TNA thing goes, in my mind, when I look at TNA, they all look the same. It's all the boots and the tights, and there's all the young kids and
all X Division.
They all look alike to me.
All the matches look alike.
But like I said, you never know. You might see me there sooner or later. That's not totally out of the question. And you never know. As long as there's a Kane and Undertaker, that Paul Bearer can always pop up one day. The ride ain't over, I rode the roller coaster around. We come to the station a few times, but I haven't jumped off the car yet.
If you could go back...
TitleMatchNetwork.com